Hi, this is Dr. Bob Roush at EnergyDrivenLeader.com. I believe that individuals carry their success and their failure inside themselves. Let me tell you one of the most difficult things that I have found for a leader to do, and that is to forgive himself or herself when they made a critical or severe error. Whether it was early on in their life or whether it was in their present leadership, it's really difficult to let go of that stuff for most leaders. I'm going to tell you a quick story about a friend and a colleague named Frank. We were having breakfast one morning and he said, I want to tell you a story that I've told very few people. When I was a young financial advisor, my father-in-law gave me a significant amount of money to invest for his grandchildren when they got ready for college. He said, rather than investing that money, I spent it. I stole from my father-in-law. And man, it was eating me alive. And Frank is a Catholic. He said, I went to confession and actually I chose a priest that spoke very little English because I was so embarrassed, you can think about that, so embarrassed to go to my priest and tell him that I had stolen this money. And he said that priest said to him in very clear English, you have got to go to your father-in-law and tell him what you've done. And I said, did you do that? He said, yeah. He said, I did it. And he said, and I made it right. I paid him back every single penny. I had to sell almost everything I owned to do it. He said, but it just was eating me alive. And what I realized is if I was going to be successful in my business and also successful in my family, I had to forgive myself. And I said, well, Frank, what's kind of the outcome for you in your business? He said, Bob, he said, I understand clearly when a person is telling me the truth about their finances or when they have something else that they're dealing with that they need to address. He said, I would have never really learned this particular instinctive quality had I not gone through that experience. We have to be able to forgive ourselves as leaders and move on. This is Dr. Bob Roush at EnergyDrivenLeader.com.